What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. As requested, today's TV box is the latest model from KinHank, who recently got into the market with Google certified models. This is their latest release called the KinHank G1 and is running on the Amlogic S905X4-J chipset with 4K 120Hz Dolby Vision display and Netflix ESN license to play in HD and 4K. So up next, you have my usual in-depth review of its hardware and features, and let's see if the G1 is the best cost-effective alternative to big-name brands such as the Nvidia Shield and Amazon Fire TV devices. So without further ado, that begins right after this. So I'm back, and here you have its contents. You have the G1 model itself, one Bluetooth voice remote with Google Assistant feature, one high-quality braided HDMI 2.1 cable, one Ethernet LAN cable, and that's a first for any Android box, a 12 volts 1 amp DC power adapter, and a user manual. Its design comprises of a plastic shell with the G1 branding on the top. For I/O, it has one HDMI 2.1 port, one gigabit LAN port, one optical audio, one AV port, and its DC power socket to its rear. On the side, it has two USB 2.0 ports, a micro SD card, and a reset button. Some may argue that these are USB 3.0 ports, but the Dockcase Smart Docking Station detected its transfer rate at 2.0. At the front, it has three LED indicators and a power button. And to its base has four anti-skid rubber feet with no ventilation holes. The first boot up process features a simple splash screen, the Android TV animation, a first startup wizard to pair the Bluetooth remote and configure your Google account. You also have an option to pair the remote's power and volume buttons to control your TV directly, and then you have the Android TV Launcher. So this is your typical Android TV OS launcher. And if I head over under the About section, you will see that it has an official Netflix ESN license and its operating system is Android 11 tvOS. You also have access to developer options. For firmware features, you get 4K 2160p resolution up to 59.94 Hz. You get the option of Dolby Vision or HDR10. You don't get to run both formats simultaneously. Dolby Vision, however, produces Dolby Surround and Dolby Digital Plus surround sound audio formats from Netflix. You get HDMI CEC options and they work perfectly in tandem with your TV when turning off and on. And for audio, you get audio via HDMI and its optical audio ports simultaneously, and you have the option to enable or disable surround sound audio. As mentioned, this operating system is fully Google certified, so you get the original built-in Chromecast and Google Assistant feature that works with the included Bluetooth remote. Office on.
Okay, turning on the smart switch.
Office off.
Alright, turning the smart switch off.
For digital rights protection, it has Google Widevine Level 1 with HDCP 2.3 HDMI signal encryption. This ensures movie services such as Netflix, Prime Video, and Disney Plus are protected from piracy. For those who are new to Android boxes and unaware, on certified models such as these running Android TV OS, you don't get root access. Here the root checker app shows that root access is denied. For Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Max, Peacock, and others, when the HDR10 video format is enabled, you get 4K HDR display as shown here in Netflix. If you enable Dolby Vision, which is a higher standard, it overrides and you get 4K Dolby Vision with surround sound audio. However, if you enable the Dolby Vision or the HDR feature, you get Dolby Vision or HDR always on, and there is no adaptive Dolby Vision or HDR feature in the settings area. Now, a quick look at its system and hardware information. So the chipset is Amlogic, running on 4GB of DDR4 RAM and 32GB of internal storage with Bluetooth 5.0. Its CPU is the Amlogic S905X4-J, which is a quad-core CPU clocked at 2.0 GHz, configured in 32-bit mode with support for only 32-bit apps and games. Its GPU is the Mali G31 with OpenGL 3.2. It has dual-band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Its operating system, as already confirmed, is Android 11 tvOS. Its GPU has Vulkan support API version 1.1, which is good for gaming. You cannot monitor its temperature because its temperature sensor has been disabled. Under codecs, the good news is it has all the decoders for the playback of 4K AV1 videos and surround sound audio such as H.264, HEVC, VP9 AV1 and Dolby Vision for video. And for surround audio, it has Dolby Atmos EAC3 and DTS HD. And that's its system and hardware information. So at this point, if you believe you have seen enough and would like to purchase this certified model, you can do so using the Amazon link in the description, where you can take advantage of an 8% coupon, reducing the price to $91.99 at the time of making this video. If you also like open box items, live in the US, and would like a further discount, you can get the model featured in this video directly from me at an open box price of $70. Just send me an email at tvboxstop@gmail.com and I'll be happy to provide you with free shipping and no purchase taxes. With that said, if you are interested in 4K video playback, 3D gaming, surround sound audio, and performance benchmarks, then continue watching the rest of this video. Due to its Android TV operating system, by default it comes with the Android TV version of YouTube, and watching YouTube videos you get up to 4K 2160p resolution with HDR quality. However, due to its user interface, the quality is cropped into a 1080p frame as seen here in the Stats for Nerds information. If you are interested in playing 4K self-hosted video saved on external storage or via a NAS server, you first have to understand how the HDR and Dolby Vision feature work on this TV. When the Dolby Vision feature is enabled, it disables HDR. Also, the feature is always on and there is no adaptive Dolby Vision feature. The same applies to HDR10. Once you turn it on, it disables Dolby Vision and it's always on by default with no adaptive HDR. So if you play a Dolby Vision or HDR video with their respective features enabled, you will not see their features triggering on your TV because they are already running continuously. However, if you enable HDR10 and play an HLG video, the HLG feature will trigger. And once the video is done playing, HDR10 will resume automatically, triggering HDR once again on the TV. And the same thing happens if you have Dolby Vision enabled. Once you understand this, you won't be confused whether your video is playing in Dolby Vision or HDR, and there is no transition between the two formats. You have to choose which one you want to run depending on what you want to play. Some TVs do not have Dolby Vision, so it will be wise to switch to HDR10. And if your TV does not support HDR or Dolby Vision together, then the picture will appear to be whitewashed or it may not show at all. So this is an AV1 HDR video, and as you can see, HDR is already enabled. This is a Dolby Vision video, and because it's not set to Dolby Vision, it triggers HLG. If I stop playing the video, it automatically reverts to HDR10. This is a Dolby Vision video and nothing triggers because it's not set to Dolby Vision. And here's an official HLG video, and the same happens. It triggers the feature, then automatically reverts to HDR10. Now, if I switch over to Dolby Vision and play an HLG video, nothing triggers. But once I stop playing the video, it automatically triggers the Dolby Vision feature once again. I personally don't like how this works and prefer they implemented an adaptive HDR and adaptive Dolby Vision feature. To achieve surround sound audio on Netflix and other paid movie streaming services, when you connect it to an AV receiver, soundbar, 5.1 or 7.1 speaker system, whether you set it to Dolby Vision or HDR10, you will get Dolby Surround and a Dolby Digital Plus when playing movies. This is Dolby Surround.
But whatever. He's just not fast enough.
And Dolby Digital Plus from Netflix. For self-hosted videos, I recommend that you use the MX Player to achieve Dolby and DTS audio. With the MX Player, here you can get Dolby Atmos.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio.
You get Dolby Digital Plus. For DTS audio, you get DTS Virtual X only. Here it produces Dolby Surround. It cannot produce Dolby True HD. And from DTS X videos, you also get DTS Virtual X. For playing Android games, you can install games from the Android TV Play Store, as well as you can sideload from APK app stores such as Aptoy TV. With its Amlogic CPU clocked at 2.0 GHz with Vulkan support, this box delivers a very good high-quality gaming experience. You can connect your gamepad via Bluetooth or wired USB connection and enjoy your favorite gamepad-compatible games. For users of the CoreElec operating system, you can install CoreElec via SD card or USB flash drive by using the SC2 S905X4 4GB DTB, and you can boot into CoreElec by pressing and holding the reset button upon boot up. Unfortunately, CoreElec does not detect its Wi-Fi and Bluetooth adapter, so you are limited to LAN connection and controllers connected to it via USB. If you are into retro gaming, you can also install EmuELEC using the same SC2 S905X4 4GB DTB and enjoy thousands of retro gaming titles. Now for some benchmarks and where it ranks on my chart. First, its RAM and internal storage. It has a RAM copy speed of 3576 MB per second. Its internal storage has a read speed of 129 MB per second and a write speed of 67 MB per second. In testing its Wi-Fi bands and Ethernet LAN port on my 315 megabits per second internet speed, its Wi-Fi 6 adapter reached my maximum speed on its 5 GHz band. Its 2.4 GHz band averaged around 144 megabits per second, and its LAN port is not a gigabit LAN port and it averaged around 94 megabits per second. In benchmarking its CPU's single-core and multi-core performance, the Geekbench 5 CPU benchmark recorded a score of 152 single-core and 529 multi-core. Its Mali G31 GPU with Vulkan support in the 3DMark GPU benchmark scored 188 with an average FPS of 1.1. And in the Antutu benchmark, it scored 113,262. And that's the last of the benchmarks. Let's now see where it ranks on my chart. So I have entered the scores on my TV box rankings chart, and the KinHank G1 ranks at position 25 based on its AnTuTu benchmark score. It received a 4 out of 5 star rating based on its performance and Google certification features. To view this chart, I recommend that you view it on a desktop monitor or laptop and maximize the browser to full screen. This way you can compare all of its features to other boxes in this list. So I placed a link in the description for easy access to this chart. In summary, the G1 is one of the best alternatives to the Nvidia Shield and Amazon Fire TV devices at half the price of what you would pay for those models. It's got high performance on its Amlogic chipset and is fully certified to meet the security standards of paid streaming movie services, and it can play their movies in HD and 4K with surround sound audio. It has very good high graphics Android gaming, and the only issue I have with it is that they should have implemented an adaptive HDR and Dolby Vision feature. So once again, that concludes another Google certified model from KinHank. I give them credit for using good hardware and pushing the chipset to deliver good performance, and if you were wondering if it's a good box to purchase, I highly recommend it, and you should take advantage of the low price before stocks run out or the price increases. So if you are interested in this model, you can use the link provided in the description below this video. The link in the description is an affiliate link, which means if you use it to purchase, a small part of that purchase goes towards commissions for the upkeep of this channel. So thanks in advance for using my link. Also, as mentioned earlier, if you would like the model featured in this video at an open box price, you can contact me directly at tvboxstop@gmail.com to get it for $70 with free shipping. I also placed a link to my brand new open box store where you can view other open box items. Just see the link in the description. So I've come to the end of this review. Give this video the thumbs up to show your support. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos and would like to be notified about open box deals, giveaways, or when I release new videos, then the only way to be notified is by clicking the subscribe button and ringing the notifications bell. This way you will be able to take advantage as soon as a video or post is released. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and comment in the comments. Stay connected and see you in the next one.